It's been 30 years since the Democratic Convention riots of 1968 pitted police and protesters against each other. But some fear history will repeat itself this week in Seattle as the World Trade Organization prepares to hold its first ever meeting on U.S. soil.
Tonight we're hosting the Los Angeles premiere of Stuart Townsend's Battle in Seattle. It's an important movie, it's star-studded, and we're all going to be doing a Q&A afterwards following the screening.
This is a call to other filmmakers. Stuart went out and said, wait a second, I'm an actor, but I've discovered something and I'd like to say something about it. Well, you know, that's what so many of the people who have their powers should be doing.
Couldn't have done it without Don Julio, for sure. It's called Battle in Seattle. I hope you enjoy it, and thank you all for coming.
We believe that all the protesters will be concentrated there.
How many protesters are we expecting?
Several thousand.
It's taken 2 years to bring the World Trade Organization to Seattle, and we did it.
Each of the affinity groups are going to shut these areas down. Now, how are we going to do it?
Non-violent.
That's right.
It's your first foray into writing and directing a film. Why is this the story that you wanted to tell?
I guess it kind of starts from just in the late 90s, starting to meet people who were telling me about the oceans and the forests and what was going on. I was pretty apolitical at the time, and then eventually sort of linking that to globalization. I started reading a book, sort of like An Idiot's Guide to Globalization, and as I read it, I really felt that globalization as an issue touched upon so many important issues.
It's really incredible when you know somebody and then they kind of tackle something that you didn't know them when they did that, and the way he tackled it just kind of felt so like it was meant to be, really effortless. He didn't really rehearse that much on set. He really kind of let things happen, and I just remember this image of these people just running with full force towards me.
The battle in Seattle turns into a war.
What's going on out there?
It was just pretty amazing how quick things moved. And when you say action, and people start to riot, and there's smoke, and there's cops and the stormtrooper outfits, it's kind of amazing how people get into it.
You know, I think a good director is just somebody who really does something that is quite magical and effortless. There was no stress on the set. There was this environment that was just really creative, and all of us got to really explore and do things that you dream of when you take a role on, and Stuart really kind of gave us that environment to do that in.
Film is collaboration. It wasn't just me, it was hundreds of people making a film.
Americans will recognize this kind of films. They would like to have more and more films like that, to explain something about our life and our position in the world, our problems in America, political problems, economic problems.
I'll definitely tell all my friends. I mean, I think it's a really, phenomenal message.
I definitely want to find out more. My first Gen Hour event, it was great. I was really into it. We're really into films that have a purpose to them.
It's about people coming together and standing up against oppression and trying to make a difference. And in this case, in 1999, they won. They triumphed.